Welcome back to Andersen. We're here in the kitchen tonight and we're making cookies. More specifically, we're making peanut butter cookies. Peanut butter cookies are an absolute classic. They're delicious and they're fun, and that little forked pattern on the top, the little tiny squares on the top, is really a traditional way to tell that's a peanut butter cookie. So we're going to do that as well. Let's get started. The first ingredient you are going to need is half a cup of butter or margarine, if you would prefer. Butter's always better, but margarine is fine too. It should be fairly soft, so not in your microwave. Just leave it out on the counter for a couple hours so that it softens. Now we're just going to beat that. I will turn the volume down when I'm running the mixer just because it's a really annoying sound. Or at least I find it annoying. But I will turn the volume down while we are mixing. But let's just give this a whirl. All right, to that we're going to add half a cup of regular white sugar. Whir that in. Half a cup of brown sugar. Remember, when you are measuring brown sugar, to stuff it really, really well into that cup, because most of the time in recipes you want a densely packed brown sugar. So pack that brown sugar, measure out half a cup. All right, to this we need to add some peanut butter. I'm using a crunchy peanut butter. It doesn't really matter. Okay, you can use whatever peanut butter you like. Now, I'm not actually measuring this. I'm just scooping it out of here with my rubber spatula because I can. So, how much peanut butter? How much do you want? Peanut butter is something you measure with your heart. About half a cup is probably sufficient, but if you want more than that, that's okay too. All right, so you just kind of need to decide how much you want and put that much in. Half a cup's probably okay. I'm probably putting more than half a cup in here because I like peanut butter. Let's just get some more. So crunchy or smooth, if you like crunchy, I'm using crunchy because I like crunchy. But if you do not like crunchy, that's okay, you don't have to. It'll work out just fine with smooth. It does not matter that much, okay? So definitely put a bunch of peanut butter in there. Don't worry about it. How much, doesn't matter. But like I said, half a cup should kind of be the standard. Beyond that, however much you want. So I've got more than half a cup in there, and I want just a little bit more. Like I said, you kind of judge peanut butter with your heart. What brand peanut butter? Doesn't matter. People ask me what brands I use. I am using Kraft. And I'm getting peanut butter on everything because that's the way we roll. There we go. And we are going to whir that together. Now to that we are going to add one egg, one delicious egg. We are going to add a splash of milk, just a splash, no more than a tablespoon or two. You don't need a lot of milk, you just need it to soften the batter a little bit. And then we are going to add about a teaspoon of vanilla, okay? Let's give that a quick whir. This is a very good time to get your spatula back out and scrape down the sides. because the sides and the bottom, no matter what kind of bowl you have, no matter what kind of scraper you've got, there's always something on the bottom, okay? I have tried all those bowl scrapers with different mixers. Peanut butter is one of those things that absolutely is going to escape your best efforts here, okay? So 100% you want to make sure you're checking the bottoms and sides of your bowl before you proceed, just to make sure all your ingredients, like your butter, is not caked to the bottom. To this, we are going to add 1 3/4 cup of flour. I'm just dumping it in there. This one doesn't matter that much. You're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and I literally just missed a little bit, which is, you know, fun for me. Then you're going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Powder, not soda. Okay, that's important. Okay, we are now going to drop this in and whir that around for a minute. Okay, now we're going to grab this and just push our batter out of there. So this batter does not have to be refrigerated. Okay, this particular cookie dough is fine to use right now. If you do want to refrigerate it, it's not that big a deal, but it does not need to be. And I literally got peanut butter over here too. That happens when you're working with peanut butter. It's literally going to be everywhere, and it's going to be the most annoying thing. So there's our peanut butter dough there. We can get rid of the mixer. We don't need it. Let's take our batter over here. Let's make sure we have a little more sugar in a bowl. And let's make sure we have a cookie pan. So now what we're going to do, we're going to have a fork on standby. We are going to have our batter, our dough. I'm going to use a cookie scoop. You don't have to use a cookie scoop. You can just use a spoon, but I love my cookie scoop. I'll see if I can remember to link to it on Amazon or something, because half the time I forget. So we are going to take a tablespoonful of cookie dough. We are going to roll it in our hands. We are going to roll it in some sugar. Okay? And then we're just going to put that on the pan. Okay? Just like that. Then we are going to take our fork, push down this direction, change directions, push down that direction, and that's your cookie. That one's not perfectly round. It doesn't matter. So then we just do it again. We grab a bunch of dough, tablespoonful, roll it in our sugar, drop it on the pan, and then we are going to just take our tines, and you can go as far down as you like. You can push the sides down a little more, like so. And you end up with lovely cookies. I'm going to finish the rest and we'll be right back. All right, our cookies are appropriately squashed, except I don't like the way this little edge is sticking up. There we go. And now that they are appropriately squashed, and I'm just going to squash a couple more. Ha! But now we're going to pop them in the oven. We're going to bake them at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're going to do that for 10 to 12 minutes, depending on how large and thick your cookies are. Now, I've left mine fairly thick because I do like a thicker, soft cookie. So I'm going to cook mine for 12 minutes. We'll be back as soon as they're finished. All right, we are almost ready to take our cookies out of the oven. In about 15 seconds, you're going to hear a buzzer go off. That's my oven timer. I cook them for exactly 12 minutes because of the size I did. You might only need about 10 minutes. that's okay too. So 3, 2, 1, buzzer. So we are whipping these out of the oven, putting them on our hot pads, getting rid of my glove, I don't need it. And now I'm going to immediately remove them from the pan. Are they a little soft? Yes. Are they gonna harden up real fast? Yes. Do we wanna get them off the pan before they get too hard? Also yes. And that one I just broke because I'm an idiot. There we go. Probably going to have to use your hand to slide them off your spatula. By the way, if you can get a spatula like this, super, super thin, your mom or your grandma might have one. Steal it. I'm not avid. Oops, and I just broke that cookie because I'm so good at this. I'm in a rush because I want to get these off. It's okay if you break a cookie. It's still delicious. Don't worry about breaking a cookie. It's still going to taste good. So get these off. Let them cool completely. I am going to throw my next batch in because they are on standby waiting to go in the oven. And we will come back as soon as everything, what was that? It was a cat. But we'll come back just as soon as everything is baked and cooled. And there we have it. Perfectly delicious peanut butter cookies. Make them for yourself or your guests. Everyone will enjoy them. They're absolutely delicious. That's about it for us here tonight at Andersen Acres. We'll see you tomorrow.